generation Iron app on Google Play and the App Store.
You think it was more beautiful back then than now?
It's now different. I think the guys today are phenomenal. Because back then, I weighed about the time maybe 268. I'm 6'5". But you got guys today competing at 5'8", 5'9", that weigh much as I did, 260, 270. The only thing that's missing today is the camaraderie. You know, we all go for breakfast, have breakfast today. Back then, you go to the gym, you wear shorts, you wear a tank top to work out. Today, I walk in the gym, I see most of these guys wear sweatpants, a hat, dark sunglasses, they're talking on their cell phone. There's no personality because the public doesn't embrace bodybuilding like it used to be. But we were the original. We're the ones that brought it to the mainstream. That's why today all you hear is two names, Lou and Arnold, the two of us, because we were in the mainstream. Back then, guys outside would go pro football. We made a choice to do that. I mean, part of me was scared inside of me doing all this. I was saying to myself, I'm taking a chance doing this because they gave up my job to compete, to get posed. I said, what happens if I don't have a career? That's why I kept thinking of the positive, knowing that as much as I love this, there's something I want to make money doing this. And people always told me that you're never going to make a living out of it. That bodybuilding, you know, you're working out, just read magazines, but basically it's like a dark shadow sport. But my vision was so strong, and look what it's done for me.
Absolutely. Why do you think bodybuilding is not crossing over to the mainstream as much as it should have? Like, why do you what's preventing it to becoming more popular?
Well, bodybuilding is really more like a freak show. And the public, they see it, they don't appreciate what we go through because, you know, you have the female bodybuilders. I mean, like, it's so much involved to become a bodybuilder champion. But we look so different to the public. But I made the decision, like myself and Arnold, to go in the mainstream because we worked very hard, because not anybody could be a champion bodybuilder, not anyone could jump in the film business. It's very tough to be in the film business. But I always had ambition to be an actor. But I feel like being here for the Miss Olympia, they have such a big prize money, it's great for the sport. But it's tough with the mainstream because there's so much pressure on bodybuilders because other athletes deal with the steroids used and everything, so the bodybuilders get the bad rap. But we have to train harder than anybody else because we all have great genetics.
How much do you think it's about being an amazing bodybuilder? How much do you think genetics play versus, you know, like a lot of work and, of course, you know, dieting and training? How much genetics? Do you think genetics overpowers a lot of the other elements?
Well, to be a world bodybuilding champion, you have to have good genetics. The average person with not good, bad genetics can never be a world champion. Like we take myself. I may have this hearing problem growing up, but God gave me this gift, gave me this genetic. My brother is built the opposite. He can train day and night and never be a champion, but I was blessed with this genetic. But I trained harder than anybody ever trained in the history of bodybuilding because I wanted to build the size because I have so many flaws to deal with. But it comes down to, it's not just genetic, it comes down to the mind, the will, the determination, the discipline and the motivation. If you have those four and you have that fierce drive that nothing's going to stop you, that's what makes you a champion. There's too many guys fall by the wayside because they're afraid of that success. But I wanted more than anything in the world because I wanted nothing to stop me because I wanted to be the best. I still have that mentality today. And that's why a lot of the pro bodybuilders today, you know, where they are, like for example, take Phil Heath, like Jay Cutler, they have that tremendous drive to be a champion. It takes a lot to be a champion. And the bodybuilding, only one person can win. Nobody likes to come second. Nobody wants to come third. Number one. That's why you play pro football, it's a team. Bodybuilding is a solo sport. That's what makes it difficult. But the great thing about bodybuilding, everyone can work out. Everyone can get in shape and look better for themselves and gain the respect. I like today that, you know, I've got friends of mine that work out of all ages, and they train and everything. They look so much better because they get attention from different people. Because the pro bodybuilders like us, like myself, I would say 95% of all the pro bodybuilders I've competed with my time and today have had issues with their father. Because growing up as a kid, I got abused a lot. I got made fun of a lot. So what I did is I built a shield. I said, no one's going to beat me up. I'm going to be the most powerful man on earth. shield was Lou Ferrigno, the Hulk. The same thing with everybody else in pumping iron. They built a shield to protect themselves from the insult, from the abuse. That's the reason why we chose bodybuilding.